How you doing? How do I look? Where is my entourage? Where are those people? I had to get myself all fixed up this morning.
You did not.
Look who's here.
You did not.
Look who's here. Huh?
I'm the one that told you, go
Thank
take a
you.
shower.
Thank you. Isn't she? Hey, say this with me. The rest of my life
The rest of my life
is the best of my
is
life.
the best of my life.
The rest of my life
The rest of my life
is the best of my
is
life.
the best of my life.
You got a merry minute for us?
Yes, I do. You know, the Lord has plans for us of good and not evil. Well, my daughter is visiting this week, and we have plans. We're gonna go
You
get
got plans, all right.
we're gonna go get our nails done, and we're gonna take a picture of our feet in the sand. Yes, nails. And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and you know, it's just God has plans for us too, and then at the end of His plan, we're gonna meet Him in heaven.
Yes.
We went to the airport last night and met Melanie, and it was like, I wonder, I'm sure the Lord will say, oh, they're
Here they come.
Here they come. They're here. And if He isn't able to make it, I'm sure that our friends and family will say, oh, here they are. Let's go greet them. And then we'll live happily ever after in heaven.
I can't imagine that the Lord wouldn't be able to make it. I can't imagine that. Hey, I assume all of you got your book yesterday. The new book, How to Break Curses. It's available at Amazon. Check your text messages because there's links on there to get you need to read this book. This is an awesome book. And you need to read this book and share this book. Tell everybody you know about it. Huh? Hey, don't forget, if you need prayer today, if you need me to pray with you, call me because I'm always available to our partners. Everybody knows the only thing I require is that you watch the videos because that increases your faith. Amen? And when you make offerings and donations, be sure and call me because I want to speak the blessing over you at the same time. Hey, right now, we have been teaching out of this book, The Blessing. This is available at Amazon too. And I want to talk to you right now out of this book about 2 things it takes to speak blessings over people. There's 2 things that are required to speak blessings over people, and that is in this book on page 87. I know some of you are following along with us in this book because you got your books. In Hebrews chapter 11, it tells us that it's the faith chapter. We go to Hebrews chapter 11, and I want to read a couple verses here to you real quick about the blessing. And when I saw this in there, it made just a huge difference. Huh? It says here in verse 20, Hebrews 11:20, it says, by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob. By faith. Number 1. The blessing must be spoken by faith. Now there's another verse in here for it too. In verse 21, it says, and by faith, Jacob, when he was dying, he was getting ready to die, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshipped, leaning on the top of his staff, and he also blessed all 12 of his children individually before he died. He spoke a blessing over his children. Jacob did that by faith. Now, how do you speak a blessing by faith? That's a big deal. That's a big deal because that's the only blessing that works. It only works if it's spoken by faith. Everything we do has to be done by faith or it doesn't work. You get no results. Now, I've seen churches that speak blessings. And a lot of people don't have any faith for them. I'll tell you who does have faith for blessings is Catholics. The Catholics do. The priest believes that he has the right to speak blessings. And he does. He's right. He does. And the people believe that if the priest speaks a blessing over them, they're blessed. The combination. You gotta believe that you got the right and do it by faith, and the person receiving it must believe that you can do it. The perfect combination. And these people, when the priest speaks blessings over them, I got news for you, folks. They're blessed. Rabbis, the Jewish people, they do the same thing. But see, the Catholics, the problem with the Catholics is once that blessing is spoken, they go out of there and just talk all kinds of dumb things. Speak bad things about, well, I get sick all the time, and I can't get over this, and I can't get over that, and I can't get a good job, and they nullify the blessing. Here's the difference. The rabbis speak over Jewish people, but they don't nullify it. No. They keep their mouth shut. I was a medic when I was in the service. A lot of the doctors were Jewish, and we hung out together. And went places together, went hunting, went fishing, did all kinds of stuff. I was with them all the time. Went to the gym with them. Did all kinds of things with all these doctors and all these Jewish people. And I've been around Jewish people and even some rabbis. And I'll tell you what, I have never, ever heard one of them say anything bad about themselves or their children. Ever. Yet I can't begin to tell you how many Gentiles speak bad about themselves. By faith, the blessing must be spoken. By faith, it must be received. You gotta know that the person speaking the blessing has the power to do it. And the authority, number 2, the authority to do it. You gotta have authority to do it. Now the question is, who has authority to speak the blessing? This is number 2, what it takes. This is big because you can't just bless your neighbor. I mean, you can bless him, do nice things for him, but you can't change his life by speaking over him. If I could, I would. It takes authority to do that. A parent has the authority to speak blessings over their children. Fathers especially have authority to speak blessings over their children. But when the father is not a believer or he's absent, in turn, the mother can speak over the children. I have seen it happen. I have seen mothers change the lives of their children by speaking good things over them. I'm telling you what, 2 little girls years ago in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, were certified as, in those days, they called them retarded. They don't use that word anymore. Said these two little girls were retarded. And the woman said no. And Mary knew her, so Mary's coaching her behind the scenes. And Mary says, you speak blessings over those kids. You pray over those kids. So that woman, they slept in a little room, the 2 girls, each had a bed against the wall. And the woman, after the kids went to bed, would sit between them in a chair while they slept and spoke blessings over those kids. She did that every night. She'd sit there and pray over those kids and speak blessings over those kids. And let me tell you, both of them turned out to be incredibly successful. One of them was the valedictorian of her high school class. Both of them graduated from college. I'm telling you what, people, this is amazing. This is, as far as I know, they did. This is amazing what happened with these children. Only because the mother spoke blessings over them. The father was not a believer and he was absent. So don't tell me women can't speak over kids. They can. Amen. We saw it. So number one, it has to be spoken in faith. You got to know you can do it. And that woman knew she could do it because Mary told her she could. And she didn't know any better. She didn't question what Mary said. Mary said, you can speak blessings over those kids. And she goes, oh. And she did. And it worked. You can speak blessings over your children. Or the priest, the pastor, can speak blessings. Eli spoke a blessing over Hannah and her husband, and they had 5 more children. He blessed her, and her prayer got answered. The priest has the authority. God told Moses, teach the priest to speak the blessing. The blessing, word for word. And when you make offerings or you donate to this ministry, I'm going to speak that blessing word for word over you. And I speak it over people the first time they call. I want people to get the blessing of God. And God said, when you speak that blessing over people, I will put my name on them and I will bless them. Numbers chapter 6, verse 22 through 27. Please read it. If your pastor is not speaking that blessing over you, when you put your tithe in the offering, you need to talk to him. You say, I want you to speak this blessing over me. Because God commanded us to do it. Abraham had the blessing spoken over him by the priest. The priest spoke the blessing of Abraham over Abraham. This is huge. It's huge that the priest spoke the blessing of Abraham over Abraham. He activated the blessing. The blessing must be voice activated by somebody in authority. Now, you can speak it over yourself if you have the faith to do it. If not, have your parents speak the blessing over you. Have your pastor speak the blessing over you. Have the minister that you support speak the blessing over you. If you're supporting a ministry out there, that person should be speaking the blessing over you. I take people's phone calls and I speak blessings. I believe when you support a ministry, you should have access to the minister. Amen. I am personal pastor to a lot of people. Many people can't even talk to their own pastor. I'm available. I make myself available. And I will not allow myself to have so many partners that I can't be available to them. I would shut that off. Amen. Hey, I am just about out of time. Please share this video with everybody you know. Tell everybody you know about this video. And don't forget, if you need prayer today, call me. And when you make offerings, you call me because I want to speak that blessing over you. And I want to do it today. I want to activate the blessing of God in your life. Hey, have a wonderful day, a great day. Don't forget to get your book on how to break curses from Amazon. Have a wonderful day. I love you and I care about you. And I will see you right back here tomorrow.